Yo, my little Kit Kat chunkies dipped in cinnamon and covered in bin juice. Yes, it's me, Danny Brown, aka Bucket Boy. Today I am talking about the best kids films. Wow, kids films is a bit but the best kids film I watched as a boy. And the one today I'm talking about is dun 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 dun, get out my face. It's Snatch. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Snatch. That's another word for beaver, another word for muff, another word for, as I say, sponge cake. But yes, it's a naughty word. So, Snatch is a film. It came out in when the dinosaurs were around. In the year 2000. 2000, what a year. That is the year people were born.
Well, duh.
They were born every year. But 2000s was a year when I was 7. What a childhood. I know what you're thinking. Is Snatch a kids' film? It is. It brings the baddies against the goodies and the goodies triumph at the end. Yes, it's directed by Guy Ritchie, sexy dude from Landan. He directed some gangster films like Sherlock Holmes with Jude Law and My Future Husband, Iron Man. I will marry him because he's rich. But yes, Robert Downey Jr. He did 2 films of them. I think they've got to do a 3rd one. If they don't, I will snog my mother. And I don't think my mother wants that. But yes, so also he's made some other bangers. He made a film, Arthur, with the dude from Ed Gein, you know, the mother, where he wears her face and everyone wears tortilla masks, and on TikTok it's very scary, but I will never have a tortilla again. But yes, that dude, Charlie Hunnam. But yes, he was in Green Street, banging film. Bilbo punched people. He got aggressive. And he tried to swallow a credit card, if you remember that scene. But yes, I'm getting away from it. But yes, Guy Ritchie, off the chain. He married Madonna. Sexy lady. He touched her like a virgin. Touched for the very first time. But no, yeah, her face is melted a bit like wax. But I'd still tickle that pickle. Smoking. But yes, as I say, Snatch, banging film, 2000s. It got on IMDb an 8.2/ out of 10. And also because people thought it was a porno, on Pornhub it got a -1 out of 10 because there was no jelly tots, no airbags, you know, no boobalubas. But there's some banging scenes. I'm just going to go over what the plot is in case you know. If you don't know, it's about like proper British gangsters. So in the underbelly of London, merciless gangsters, boxing promoters. I'm reading it down here because I can't remember bugger all. It goes in one ear, out my buttocks. So here we go. Amateur thieves, violent bookmakers try to retrieve a precious diamond stolen from a anti-warp jeweller. So there's so many characters in this, it's banging. But it's all like they film them on different scenes. Well, that's how a movie works, Danny. Hello, anybody home? But anyway, yeah, so it's pretty mental. They show it from like the perspective of all these different characters. It shows the main characters is Jason Statham's character. He's a sexy dude. His name's Turkish. Oh, he is a Turkish delight to watch because, believe it or not, Guy Ritchie found him selling like grapes and stuff on a market. All right, love, and now he's bashing heads with his buttocks and making millions and getting sexy ladies. The dream. And the other day though, a lady at a corner shop, she touched my elbow because I forgot to get my change. So I am living life. I am. But yes, he's Turkish. He's not Turkish, he plays Turkish, but people say I look Turkish. I think it's the big nose, they say Jewish. I am very tight, but with the hair, my nieces and nephews say it looks like a horse's bum. But yeah, not saying Turkish people have heads like bums, but horses' bums, but here we go. So he's in it. That was like his early starting his career into a big ass star nowadays. He's in the Fast and Furious franchise, but he started from, I can never say this, two stock smoking bumholes or something like that. He was in that first film with Guy Ritchie. Guy Ritchie brought him again and made him into a legend. I love it. I loved him in the Transporter films. They were too scary then. Mum wouldn't let me watch them. And then there was the other one. What's it called? Electricity one, when like he has a bomb on his heart, and if his pulse goes down to a certain level, he dies and explodes, and so he has to keep his pulse up. What's it called? If you know what it's called, tell me, because it's in the morning and it's too early for me. But yes, so he was in that banging, but he has a scene when he bangs on the street. I'd love to be an actor. But yes, he does that stuff, but he was in that and he was banging. But then there's also, so there's him and he's like a little apprentice, and his apprentice is off the chain because it's played by now the Emmy winning Stephen Graham. Liverpool. I can't do a Liverpool accent. I can only say it in Liverpool. When I say Liverpool, a can of Coke and a packet of chicken cravers. That's all I can do. But yes, he's banging, and he's been in wicked films like it's good to name some, Danny. Come on, The Irishman with the Robert De Niro. He was good in that. He's been in he was in Peaky Blinders, when he, if not, he should have been. And he was in, he's in a film. What's it called? This Is England. That was when he becomes he plays a skinhead racist. But he's got some troubling sides to him. But yeah, he's such a wicked actor. He just brings it out. He's just got it in his bones, and he's really good at playing baddies or a very troubled character. And he's got a very sexy head when it's shaved. But in this is like one of his first upcoming roles, and he's banging in it. He's like little Jason Statham's apprentice. Jason Statham's like, all right, love, get me a tea. And then Stephen Graham's like, all right, my man, Liverpool, do you want two packet of salts, or do you want a tea bag and some pubes in it? And then the film carries on. But yes, he's in it, and it's got so much stars in it. It's got a dude called Alan Ford, proper Londoner. He's an old dude, so I reckon he's quite a legend in England. He's been quite a lot of stuff. He always plays the gangster. But I love him in it because he says, it's a horrible word, my mum will kill me. He says, see you next Tuesday more times than a squirrel is licked its own nuts, okay? Because he goes, he's proper. I can't even do it because my balls haven't dropped, but here we go. I'm going to feed you to the pigs, you. See you next Tuesday. He's banging, but I'll show you a little picture of him. But yeah, he's in it, and there's so many stars. There's a dude, what's his name? From EastEnders. He's going to cut me deep, but is it... Pat Butcher made love to him. If you've never seen EastEnders, it's a soap that's been going longer than a porn star's penis, and it's off the chain. But yeah, he was in that, and he plays the character before he died. It's going to annoy me. I should have researched, but I don't, because I'm not smart like that. But yes, Snatch, childhood film. And then there's the off the chain. This is when he's becoming a big legend. This is the dude who used to be a footballer, okay? This man, you might have heard of him from lots of gangster films, but he started his career by grabbing Paul Gascoigne's nuts in a football game. And now he's grabbing our attention as the character who was like the standout character. He's like been told to go and hunt down this diamond, or hunt down the people who got this diamond, and his name really is Jason Statham. No, he's not Jason Statham. I need to get myself a milk, a coffee and a Jaeger bomb to wake myself up. He is grabbing our attention as Bullet Tooth Tony, and he's wicked. I reckon one day he should be the next James Bond or the next Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean, imagine that. Teddy, get me some whiskey, you. See you next Tuesday. But yes, he's in it, and I absolutely love Vinnie Jones. He kind of just plays the same character, but I don't care. Lots of people do. Like, what's his name? Owen Wilson. Vinnie G, the other Vinnie, Vince Vaughn. And you've got, Jack Black, but Jack Black's doing it for the chubby men like me with the beer bellies. He's wicked. You can't argue it, Jack Black. He can play the kazoo thing. He can play that little saxophone toy, so I don't care. I don't care if he murders lots of nuns. He's still a gift from God. But yes, I think it's the best Guy Ritchie film, even though he did Sherlock Holmes, but I think Snatch was wicked. And then he did The Gentleman, that had Charlie Hunnam in it, and it had Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant. Yes, who has the posh voice. Oh, darling, horse cricket, water polo. And then, in Gentleman, he has a wicked voice. He changes it all up. He has a proper, right, love? Yeah. Can I buy you a sweet potato pie? Because I think you are my little cherry, and I want to buy you some love and put a baby in your oven. All right, love. But yes, I love him in that. But Gentleman, Guy Ritchie, he's made some bangers. He's not doing the best right now, but he'll come back. I believe in him. He's wicked, but yeah, like I say, his thing is gangster films, but it's the way he films them are off the chain. They're like short and quick and snappy, and he does really impressive little scenes, and I like the way he bends the camera and makes little like scenes when he follows the pool balls, or he follows like the sound of a gun, and they're reading what the gun is, and it has like big points and goes doof, 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 and it reads all the letters one by one. Like, it's just insane. But yes, that is one of the best kids films of my life. And if you're watching this and you're like 7 years old and your mum says that's disgusting, watch a real kids film like Frozen or Brother Bear, if you've ever heard of that. That's an old one. Or bloody, Wall-E. Oh, Wall-E's emotional. No, watch a film where there's gangsters shooting people in the leg and getting stabbed by a fork in the back. It's wicked. And before I bugger off and stop boring you about Snatch, it's a naughty word, there's a scene that makes the film the best for me, and I love it. It's when there's these 3 black characters. I wish I knew their names, but if you search this film, they're wicked. They're after this. They need some money somehow because they need to get out of a problem that they're in, a predicament. That's the big word. So what they're doing, they're after money. So they think, we'll go and rob a betting shop. So they do it at night. They get in there. Some of them have got like tights on their head. You can see their face, but they don't care. They're in there. There's a young lady. She's like, what's going on here? And they're like, put the money in the bag. When it goes a bit mental, she's like, we've cashed up, we've got no money. He's like, how much change you got? And he's like, look how close that is. He's like, how much change you got, love? And so she puts change in, and they've got bugger all. But then, whilst they're not looking, and they're arguing at each other, because that's the comical bit of it. They just argue all the time, and they don't. One thinks he's the boss, one thinks he's the other. They always think they're both right. And so there's one in the car who's a getaway driver, and he's just loving life and talking to himself and not really focusing. But then this girl presses the alarm button, all the security gates come down, all the alarms going off, and it's flashing lights, and oh my god, it's going mental. They've dropped the change, and then they're trying to get out of the place, and they're pulling the door, and they're like, oh no, and they're struggling. They've pulled it, and they're all knackered, and they fall on the floor, and they think that's it, the alarm's going, the police are going to come. And they think they can't open the door because the security doors and the buttons made it close. And then the dude in the getaway car comes out and pushes it forward and goes, what are you lot doing? They were trying to pull it when it's a push, but it's cool. It's a banging film, and I say it's a 2 out of 10. No, that's bad. It's a 10 out of 2 from Danny Brown. Snatch. I even forgot. Brad Pitt's in the bugger. Hallelujah. Yeah. Brad Pitt, the sexy dude that banged Lara Croft, had like 17 kids, and yes, I do look like Brad's armpit, but I'll take it. I bet it's a sexy armpit. But yes, isn't it? And he plays I was going to say a Scottish, but they're all sound to me. It's the only accent I can do, Scottish. But he plays an Irish traveller who's a boxer, and he's a cocky little boxer, and he gets like Alan Ford, you know, the man that says, "See you next Tuesday, I'm going to feed you to the pigs, you little mother effer." And yeah, he wants him to box for him to make lots of money because he's a banging boxer. But Brad Pitt is smart. He at the start he takes a few fights and he loses and he's not looking good, and he's trying to get everyone to think that he's not doing well, and so he puts bets on himself, and at the end of the last fight, I don't want to ruin it for you, but anyway, I'm going to do it. He comes back up with a massive punch, knocks the big gangster geezer out, and that's the word of this film, geezer. If you want to know about this word they use, geezer, and it rhymes with sneezer. And also I like to spend my time with Ebenezer. You know what I mean? It is off the chain. And so yeah, Brad Pitt and his crew, all his travellers, they you find out they cock everyone over and hustle all the gangsters, and it's wicked. So yes, again, snatch. It's a naughty word.